Hey guys, good morning and good evening as well. So, am I audible? Can you please confirm?
Yeah, variable.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. So, whatever classes we are discussing, especially on the second batch side, so I created one of the folder name is called as a cloud security. Under this cloud security, I'm uploading all those videos. So, first class I took it on March 5th, and the second class I took it on March 7th. That is nothing but yesterday. So, please go through these videos. And today class also I will upload whatever cloud security oriented videos I can upload in this particular folder. Okay, let's go and discuss about where we stopped yesterday. So yesterday we were discussing about what is cloud security architecture diagram. Whenever any on-premise employees or end user they are trying to access either through physical data center or office location or maybe through virtual or remote location. In the similar way, so whatever business partners that is called business to business, that may be partners or vendors or maybe our customers or clients, how they can access it. So in the similar way, so any public, whatever SaaS based or any other cloud based applications are deploying in the cloud environment, how they can access like a business to customer side. So we discussed about this one as a past topic. In the second topic, what we discussed about Cloud Security Alliance. Under the Cloud Security Alliance, I was saying about the STAR program. It will explain about security, trust, and also it will like, provide about assurance and also risk. Under that one, we do have the Cloud Control Matrix that is called CCM. Under the CCM side, we have approximate 17 modules that already yesterday I given introduction part related to audit and assurance, application and interface security, business continuity management, and also resilience or backup, change control and configuration management, key management system using the either cloud service provider key vaults or KMS, or maybe another third party along with encryption and cryptography. Thereafter, I discussed about data center security. It's a new modules are introduced in the Cloud Security Alliance recently. So why? Because whenever any on-premise users or applications are deployed in the data center side, we have to make sure that couple of security assessment we have to do in the data center as well. So that's why this one as a new domain, it is introduced under the Cloud Security Alliance framework. After that, we discussed about data security and privacy control. And after that, we discussed about GRC, governance, risk and compliance side. Later, we discussed about human resource security. Whenever any employee they want to recruit or any candidature they want to proceed for further, they should take care of the couple of pre-employment, post-employment, and also during the employment, couple of security controls related to skill set and also related to background verification and so on. Later, we discussed about identity and access management. So it's a part of the segregation of the duties and role-based access control or B2C customers or on-premise employees or remote employees or maybe business to business partners. Thereafter, we discussed about with other cloud service providers related to compatibility and interoperability and also portability. So whenever if you want to communicate using the API calls or maybe through integrating of the one cloud service provider with another cloud service provider, how we can make sure that compatibility should be required. Thereafter, we discussed about infrastructure related to networking side, and also we discussed about VMware along with VSXi and also NXi related to virtual machines and VNet or whatever we are discussing about part of the entire overall infrastructure side. After that, we discussed about logging and monitoring. So these two are like a hand in hand. So we don't have the previously security incident management and electronic discovery and also cloud forensics. Whenever any security incident is triggered in the cloud environment, what we should take care and what is the evidence. So as per NAST framework or maybe as based on the ITIL process side, what is the root cause analysis, gathering of the tracing of the incident and also doing the overall security incident investigation, finally providing the evidence and make sure that that evidence should be, it should not be corrupted. So that is part of the cloud forensics. So on logging and monitoring, yeah, obviously whatever logs are generated in the cloud environment that may belongs to the audit or application and configuration and setup related logs should be integrated to either on-premise solution, maybe using SIM tool, or maybe in the cloud environment dedicated to native services of the, so whatever cloud service provider tool they are using, that may be Sentinel if it is a Microsoft, or GuardDuty if it is Amazon Web Services, and also Chronicle from the Google Cloud side, in the similar Oracle cloud environment from the Oracle side, and so on. Next one is supply chain management and transparency and accountability. So in this one, mainly we are focusing about whatever suppliers or business partners they are providing services to us, how we can take care of the third party risk management, that is called TPRM. So what type of application they are trying to access, what is the data they are trying to access, whether it is temporary access, whether it is a permanent access. According to that one, whether we can go and we can give the either identity access management control system, or maybe through customer identity access management or business identity access management, or maybe PAM, privilege access management. According to that one, we can go and we can add the couple of questionnaires to the respective supply chain team, whoever is providing the services to us. So I provided example also, Amazon is depending on the Roser Pay, or maybe Amazon is depending on the some other third party payment gateway. In that scenario, how we can make sure that so supply chain oriented control should be, as I mean, we have to go and we have to make sure that do the assessment and risk management and risk analysis, and that may be based on the quantitative, qualitative, hybrid, based on the NIST framework, or based on the ISO 27005. So then we can go and we can think about risk implementation controls and risk mitigation controls. Later we have to monitor risk continuously. Later we have to provide the awareness to the employees as well. So that will fall under the supply chain transparency and accountability side. Threat and vulnerability management. So whatever virtual machines we are configuring, the applications we are deploying in the cloud environment, or databases we are deploying, servers we are deploying, we can make sure that we should not be provided any legacy oriented libraries or packages in the part of the CI/CD pipeline. If it is a part of our application deployment, if it is Windows servers or middleware or maybe Unix servers, then we can make sure that always up to date related libraries and packages. And along with that one, we can make sure that is there any vulnerabilities are existing, that may be zero-day vulnerabilities, or that may be any other third-party vulnerabilities. How we can do the patch updates, all those will fall under the TVM. So threat and vulnerability management. Finally, universal endpoint management. As I said, this one also it's a new component. It is came into the cloud environment, part of the endpoint detection response, that is called EDR, or maybe advanced feature of the extended detection response, that is called XDR. So those things also, so based on the cloud service provider, we can go and we can utilize it. Maybe we can purchase the some other third party BYOL related EDR and XDR tools. So these are all the controls. Basically, we have to do the assessment under this one. So what I have done, as I said yesterday itself, please go and register Cloud Control Matrix by doing the sign up if you don't have the account. So just you can click on this, because I created my account long back in 2013 itself. So then you can go and you can create your own account and you can provide your password. Then thereafter you can go and you can download all these cloud controls matrix. Those control matrix, as I said, already I downloaded. Can you
That
see my
means
screen?
how it is going to support a cloud sec. I'm not clear about this. Where you are saying that.
Basically, as an auditor, we can go and we can take care of the assessment part of the cloud security side. So these things cannot be taken care by solution architect or design architect or implementation guy. So whatever cloud security assessment, whenever I'm referring, we should go and we should do the assessing of those cloud controls. Please give me some time so that you will understand.
Okay.
Yeah. So I already downloaded this cloud control matrix after signing up my account. So, and click on the open. Under this one, we have there are so many folders are available, and whatever you can see the implementation guide, and also you can see the auditing related guidelines. And mainly I need this one if you want to become auditor in the cloud assessment side or cloud security side. So this is the Excel sheet. So if I'm opening this one, whatever 17 modules we discussed just now, all those modules are available under this one. So this is our Excel sheet. This Excel sheet, sorry guys, I don't have the account. This one already I uploaded in our Google Drive. Let's go and discuss from there.
Okay.
Okay, so this is what this sheet. So this is cloud security assessment sheet. Just now I have shown this sheet I uploaded already in the Google Drive where our regular videos are uploading part of our classes. So now this is part of cloud control matrix is initiated by CAIG. So consensus assessment initiative questionnaire 4.0.3. So this is the latest version. When I registered this one, that is almost like 1.1 or 1.2 in 2013 when I was working in some X company in India. So later that is they changed it to cloud control matrix 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. Right now current control matrix is a 4.x part of the consensus assessment initiative questionnaire. These questionnaires already we discussed about information security, same as it is. How we discussed about ISO 27001 by implementing of information security management, or PCI DSS certification, or GDPR compliance, SOX compliance, SOC 1, SOC 2 compliance, and also HIPAA compliances, and so on. Approximate, we discussed about 15 to 20 in between. So now, those questionnaires will fall under here. Whatever 17 modules just now I have shown here, all those modules controls will be fall under this Excel sheet. So approximate controls are, you can see 260. I have to deduct 2. Why? Because this is one of the row and this is the second row. So if I am deducting these two rows, then it will come 261. So here you can see count 263 minus 2, 261. So those 261 controls you have to validate. How to validate? You can see, for example, A and A. It's a question number ID. So as a cloud security auditor or cloud security assessment guy, you should go and you should audit these compliances, whether it's complaint or non-complaint or partially compliant. A and A. A and A is nothing but assurance and audit. So that is our first control. Assurance audit or audit and assurance. Under this one, couple of additional sub compliances are there. Those compliances are, you can go and you can see how many are there approximate. Yeah, you can see here count is the count is not showing here. Yeah, so approximate, I think total overall, sorry, 2, 3, yeah, total counts are 7. Under audit and assurance side, under only audit and assurance side itself, that is our first module. So those 7 controls, you have to sit with the respective audit and assurance team, try to understand what is the complaints name, complaints description, and also what is the answer is providing by either cloud service provider or maybe who your customer is deployed the application in the cloud environment. So that one you have should clarify who is the ownership of the our internal stakeholder. These controls basically you can go and you can see audit and assurance is part of the information security team. Application and information security is application development team. Business continuity management and backup or resilience is a part of the information security team. Change control and configuration management, once again, it's a part of the change management team. Cryptography, encryption, and key management, either cyber security or application security. Data security is it's a part of physical security. Data security and privacy, it's a part of the data governance team. So what I mean to say here, you should go and coordinate all those 261 assessments what are we do have. We should identify who is the director of the organization, or maybe who is the manager, or maybe who is the point of contact or subject matter expert. So first you can go and you can approach the director. Maybe the director will nominate one of the technical person to coordinate continuously so that we can get the evidence. So this is the way. So you should go and you should ask about all those controls evidences part. So that's what this Excel sheet. These things already we discussed long back when we discussed under the ISO 27001. Hope you remember. There are 18 clauses under ISO 27001. First four clauses are it is belongs to leadership, senior management, planning, and also governance oriented. Remaining 14 clauses are divided into our 114 compliances. So that time itself, I said like I have shown already, I think 3 to 4 examples how to do audit. So part of the asset inventory, SDLC life cycle, HR management, and also part of other one more is networking side. I think these four we discussed how to do and what to do each and every control name, control description, and also whether fully compliant or partially compliant or non-compliant. So initially you can go and you can take a overall scheduling of the call. We are trying to do the auditing on the overall cloud side. So to make sure that from the security perspective, based on the three pillars, whatever we do have, confidentiality, integrity, and availability, along with that one, Water Cloud Security Alliance is provided by Star Matrix. That Star Matrix is nothing but here our security, assurance, trustworthy, and risk. So according to that one, we are planning to do the auditing side. You can make one of the kickoff meeting to enter internal stakeholders of all these 17 team members, part of our internal stakeholder. Maybe you are supporting for any customer or client, part of the consulting and service based company. Then you should ask your customer client. So then finally, so you should know about all these each and every control name, control description. Why? Because whenever some of the internal stakeholder, if they have any query, they'll come back to you. Because you are auditor, you should be aware of each and every control name and control description, what exactly it is belongs to. So in that scenario, you should clarify to the internal stakeholder. So this is what we are looking for. You have to provide brief, in-depth technical analysis perspective those internal stakeholder. That's why I said. So if you are aware of all the security basics, part of the endpoint security, network security, infrastructure security, database security, and also network security and vulnerability management and cyber security, application security, and so on, then only you should be thorough on all these security complaints. Not only these things, even if you are going for any auditor side, so that may be ISO 27001 or PCI DSS or maybe SOX complaints and SOC 1, SOC 2, but at least you should be aware of what is basic of the overall security field. So without knowing that one, as I said yesterday itself, it's a very difficult to survive as a lead auditor. Okay. So now, for example, let's go and discuss about a couple of very, very important parameters, especially as I said yesterday itself. So out of all these 17 modules, identity and access management is very, very important. In the similar way, cryptography, encryption, key management is very, very important. Long and monitoring is very, very important. Threat and vulnerability management is very important. Endpoint management is very, very important. GRC is very important. So these are the couple of, I'm not saying remaining modules are not important, but these are all the very, very important parameters, because where threat actor or attack vector and attack complexity prospect from the intruder and attacker based on the cyber kill chain process or based on the MITRE attack framework, more chances are there to try to do the hacking related to malware category or phishing email category, spoofing category or flooding category or WASP top 10 category, or in case if it is machine learning and artificial intelligence, we can say LLM category of the attacks as well. If it is a part of the OT and IoT, obviously OT and IoT. If it's a part of the API, then API security. So these are all the different types of parameters you have to consider. Let's go and discuss about mainly whatever I said just now, IAM and also cryptography and also security incident management and universal endpoint management and threat and vulnerability management. Just at least we can discuss about two modules so that you'll understand what exactly these description of the subset of our auditing we have to do. Similarly, whatever we have done part of the ISO 27001. So now, so I will go with the respect to IAM. Before going to IAM, yeah. So first thing is CCs, not CEK. So you can, according to the, you can see the abbreviation also you can identify. Yeah, CEK is this one. I will increase the font size. Can you see my screen? Can you see my screen? Yeah, you can see
Yes, sir.
CEK, cryptography, encryption, key management. It's one of the very, very important topic in the cloud environment. That one we can call it as a data at rest, data transit level. When you say data at rest, what are databases we are using, a servers we are using, our endpoints we are using, our virtual machines we are configuring, servers we are configuring. In the rest position, we should encrypt. That may be through disk encryption, or database encryption, or endpoint encryption, or virtual machine encryption. In case this is a database, once again, based on the rows and columns. Once again, under that one, whether you want to encrypt files or whether you want to encrypt the overall database part of the rows and columns, it will vary. So that is data at rest, data at a transit level. So when I say transit, it's a transferring of the data. So when the business to business customers, they are trying to access the cloud services or cloud resources or cloud applications or cloud database and so on, or maybe business to business customer, they are trying to access the cloud related resources or applications or database and servers and so on. In the similar way, or on premise employees, maybe through data center or maybe through remote virtual office, or that is another work from home option, how they will try to access all these. According to that one, what to transit level, nothing but delivery of the data, that may through email or through accessing website or may through accessing the Boston or accessing the SSH or RDP and so on. All these are, we can say, transit level. Now keeping that data at a transit and data at a rest level of the controls, along with whatever we discussed under the application security perspective. So symmetric and asymmetric and also combination of the symmetric and also asymmetric side, that is called hybrid cryptography. Those things you can keep in mind. If you want to go and if you want to verify, obviously you should be aware of the application security as well. That's what I'm saying here. Now, our cryptography, encryption, and key management policies and procedures are established, documented, approved, communicated, applied, evaluated, and maintained. Whatever cryptography or encryption or KMS or key vault or keys or secrets or passwords or certificates we are using in the cloud environment, for those data at rest and a data at transit level of the controls using the symmetric or asymmetric or hybrid cryptography, these policies, procedures documented, and also did you provide a version control or not? Did you review with your manager, part of the information security? Did you review with your senior management or board of the directors? After that, did you take the approval or not? After that, communicated to end user. Too much of the, even though it's a single control, one sentence or two sentences, too much of the information is there. You can see here. So read and try to understand what exactly they're expecting for this control or cryptography. So what are cryptography controls we are using? Encryption, that is data at rest, data at transit level of the encryption. Key management, what are public keys and private keys, secrets, passwords, certificates, what are we are using, those policies, can we implemented those regulations, procedures, those we established, along with what one, those things we documented, and also after that we reviewed with our manager, we reviewed with the senior management. at board of the director, part of the governance side. After that, can we communicate it to the each and every employee by providing the security awareness training or maybe through emails? Okay, that is called communicated. Applied. So those things are applied or not. Evaluated. Evaluation has done or not by the sending the wantedly unwanted information to these employees, whether they are accessing the right information or wrong information. And finally, maintained. So those things are maintained in the part of the storage. So retaining whenever it is required, or so demolish or decommission or shredding. Can we do that one is possible or not? Did you implement this policy in your organization or not? That much information it is there part of this compliance. Okay. Now whoever is maintaining key vault, key management system, data at rest, data to transit, that may be through virtual service, software service, or maybe you are using any HSM module that is called hardware security module. HashiCorp is one of the open source tool. So Key Vault from Azure, Key Management System from Azure, Amazon, and Key Vault from GCP, Google Cloud, Key Vault from Oracle Cloud. So those things, whether we are maintaining, and what is the retention policy? So for retaining of those passwords or secrets, storing, and also can we do the recover of those keys or not? In case it is possible, how many days? All those things will fall under this compliance. It's a very, very important compliance. Second one are cryptography, encryption, and key management system policies and procedures reviewed and updated at least annually. At least whatever policies you define, procedures you define, regulations you define, rules you define, whether yearly once or annually once, you are sitting with the respect application security team or whoever is maintaining the key vault, key management system or HSM. So you are understanding what exactly they are doing. So that is complaint or not. Whether you are using IAS or PaaS or SaaS, whether cloud service provider will take care or whether customer will take care, combination of both they will take care according to IAS or PaaS and SaaS. According to that one, you can go and you can say whether you're filing this complaint or not. Okay, that's what I said. Yes or no are not applicable. Yes means yes, we are compliant. No means it's not complaint. Maybe in future we're going to do the complaint. Not applicable. For my organization, it is not applicable. So that's what we said. It's like a partially compliant. So that is second one. Third one, under the cryptography, encryption, and key management, or data at a rest in transit level of the data, cryptographically protected using cryptographic libraries certified to approved standards. So meaning what here? Whatever strong encryption standards we are using, that may Diffie-Hellman or elliptical curve cryptography or RSA or DSA or DS or AES or 3AES. All these are strongest symmetric and asymmetric cryptographic algorithms. Those algorithms are maintaining using digital certificates, part of our either self-signed certificate or partially CS certificate from the any other VeriSign or Key Vault or maybe GoDaddy or maybe Symantec or RHLIDM and so on. So those things are certified and approved by the respective standard. Already we know what digital signature we are using, part of the SSL certificate. That one we can call it as X.509B4. That's what we discussed under the SSL certificates. So whether it's complaint or not, you should go and you should ask. Along with that one, we have to follow one more complaint's name is called PIPS 140-2. Federated Identity Security Controls. That's called PIPS 140-2. It will give the symmetric and asymmetric related cryptographic controls using 140-2 as a complaint. This one already we just discussed under the GRC part when we discussed information security. So meaning here, so you should aware of every other stakeholder, what exactly they are doing, what security domains people were they are doing. So information security, application security, network security, communication security, endpoint security, and also cloud security, each and every other security domains they are trying to do. Then only you will become architect, I mean, auditor part. Otherwise, you'll end up with the wrong results, wrong evidences, will not pass the audit and will not get the certificate. We will not do the business. That indirectly leads to we'll get the losses. It's not like SAP. If you know about one module, we can go and we can survey anywhere, like ABAP or a HANA Cloud, or maybe sales, or business analyst, or maybe so marketing, or finance, or F&F, and so on. For everywhere, they have so and so modules are available, more than 20 modules under the SAP. But in this one, if you want to become any expert as auditor in the cloud side, you should be aware of the other security domains also. That's what I want to say, at least basics. And you should try to understand about in-depth analysis also, sometimes not like a fully core competence or subject matter expert, but you should be aware of overall what's going on, other stakeholders and business objectives and business goals. Then only you can try to fill up these templates. Next one. So are appropriate data protection encryption algorithms used that consider data classification, associated risks, and encryption technology usability? Meaning here, first of all, we have to do the data classification. You don't have, if you don't know about data classification, then how can you know about data algorithms? First of all, you should know about data classification. All these controls, by the way, they are implemented in CISSP, CISM. That is the reason, sorry to say, I started even YouTube, under the YouTube, couple of things I'm discussing about CSSP material also. It's very, very important. That's like a basic. So here data classification. Data classification is based on the CSSP perspective. So that is like a certificate, but what are the classification we can do, how we can do, based on the accuracy, based on the confidentiality, based on sensitivity. We can do data classification. If you want to do that one also, you should identify what critical data, non-critical data. There are so many parameters you have to consider. And once again, whether public they are trying to access, internal people they are trying to access, whether federated government they are trying to access, Department of Defense they are trying to access, public sector, government sector, retail sector, other business sectors, telecom or banking, and so on. So that's the reason they have done the classification. So secret, top secret, and also none, and so on. So all these are different types of the secrecy of the levels of the data classification side. So who is the data owner and who is the data custodian? How they can access, who can they access, whether other person they can access the data or not. You should be aware of everything. DLP is not like only just meaning of what is data mean, data loss or data leak prevention. You should know about, there's so much of background, how can classify the data by speaking respective stakeholders. Now, along with that one, whatever data protection algorithms we are using, already you know what is the data encryption algorithms we are using. We are not using anymore SL 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, TLS 1.0, TLS 1.1. That's what we discussed under the application sector part of the cryptography. Now, what we are using, TLS 1.2 and TLS 1.0. Very soon TLS 1.4 also going to come. So then, along with that one, if I resume TLS 1.2 or TLS 1.3, TLS 1.4, whatever forthcoming TLS 1.4 it will come to us, it is not sufficient. What I mean to say here, you should be aware of whether it is asymmetric or symmetric. If it is asymmetric, what strong ciphers we are using. We should not use RC4, RC5, 2-fish, blowfish, Mars, DS. We can use only AES, 3 AES standards. If it is asymmetric one, we can use the Diffie-Hellman or elliptical curve cryptography or RSC or DSC or knapsack and so on. So those algorithms are implemented data protection encryption side algorithms. That means you should be aware of the FIPS 140-2. Along with that one, symmetric and asymmetric controls also part of the application security side. So next one, data classification already said. So critical, non-critical. Once again under that one, private, public, and also internal. This is the way how we can do the classifying of the data. Now, based on what the parameter we'll consider about so sensitivity, we'll consider about confidentiality, we'll consider about accuracy, trustworthy, 3 parameters. So then, is there any risk is involved in case if you're not using water baseline? Just now I said part of the our FIPS 140-2 complaints or FIPS 140-3 complaints. Is there any risk is involved? For example, maybe I'm using RC4 or RC5, weak ciphers. Maybe I'm using SL 1.0 and 1.1. It's a weak ciphers. Maybe portal attack will come or birthday attack will come, or maybe our session management related attacks will come. So OpenSL hard to bleed category of the attacks it will come. Though in case those things, it will happen if you're using algorithms. What is the risk is involved? What is risk assessment, risk identification, risk monitoring by coordinating the application development team and who is implementing these algorithms. Everything you, maybe this is only one sentence for one complaint side, but it has a lot of meaning is there to try to understand by knowing about other basic of security controls. It's not like, okay, so this is what, this is the control. Okay, it's okay for me, no problem. I can go and I can fill this yes or no or not. It's not like that. You should aware of strong technical skills. What is this control is about? Okay, next control are standard change management procedures established to review, approve, implement, and communicate cryptography, encryption, and key management technology changes that accommodated internet and external sources. Internal and external sources. So what is mean internal and external sources here? Self-signed certificate or purchase CS certificate, or whether we are using the public, that is a part of HTTPS, or whether we're using business to business, HTTPS, or whether we're using so HTTP, part of the internal, whether used self-signed or purchase CS certificate using digital signature algorithm from any certificate authority. Those things you can keep in mind. You can communicate it to other stakeholders with whom we are doing the business and also with whom we have to coordinate our internal stakeholders, part of our internal organization side also. Standard change management. For example, I want to change or I want to upgrade. I want to change my existing certificate to the new certificate version. Maybe renewal part or revoking part. Maybe because I'm using legacy one. So maybe I want to upgrade the SL version or TLS versions from 1.2 on. Do you have the change management procedures are implemented to upgrade these cryptography algorithms or key management system or encryption? And also for why we have to do this one? To review, to approve. Who will approve this change management? Do you have any CAB director, change advisory board? Review can be done by our manager, our customer, and also approve can be provided by our change advisory board. You are applying for any, consulting service-based company, or maybe you are supporting for any customer client, then your client will approve. So then implement that communicate cryptography, encryption, key management technology changes to the internal stakeholders and also external stakeholders. We are trying to do the implementing of this change. So whoever is involved in the change management, whether database team is required or whether any network team is required or application development team is required, all those stakeholders we have to call and even you are supporting for customer client, you should inform to them also to join in this change management process. Okay, so that is about the next control. Next one are changes to cryptography, encryption, and key management system related to systems, policies, procedures managed, adopted in a manner that fully accounts for downtime, downstream effects of proposed change, including residual risk, cost, and benefit analysis. First of all, you will not understand the sentence itself. What is this complaints is about? Then how can you ever do the evaluation part? How can you do the validation part? When someone will ask, how can you can, I mean, you will answer back to the respective team members. Or changes to cryptography. What are changes we are implementing cryptography side or encryption side, key management system side, systems and policy and procedures managed and adopted in a manner. What is that manner? Fully accounts for downstream effects for proposed changes. There is no outage, there is no business impact, there is no interruption, there is no business downtime. Everything should be available 99.99999. That is based on the availability, based on the confidentiality, integrity, and availability. It's a pillar of the our CIA triad. That is mean by here propose that changes. Then include the residual risk. Even though you are implementing the respective risk implementation, do you think that 100% you can go and you can eliminate the risk? Not at all. 100% risk is not possible to eliminate. Residual risk, entire question. I told you this one also previously. What is residual risk? Residual risk meaning here, even though we implemented security controls or access controls, that means EDR, DLP, encryption, file integrity monitoring, firewall, proxies, IDS, IPS, web application firewall, load balancers, and so on. Still, some of the risk is existing. That risk is called as residual risk. Example, so I will provide one practical scenario to our personal life. You have LIC, you have health insurance, and so on. Will you guarantee or do you guarantee that you will live alive 100 years? We don't know anytime risk will happen from the anyways. Maybe suicide attempt, maybe so murder, maybe through so accident and so on. Even though you implement risk controls, what is risk controls you implemented? You implement LIC policies, you implemented medication, you implemented regular diet plan, or maybe gym and so on. Do you think that will you alive 100 years? Even though you implemented all these compensative controls, defensive controls, and mandatory access controls and so on, but still we are not sure about our life, whether we'll alive 100 years or not and so on. That is, we are not guarantee. Still risk is existing. Whatever that risk is there, that risk we can call, even though we implemented LIC policies, diet planning and gym and so on, fitness and so on, still some risk is existing. Anytime, anyway, that risk will come to us. That risk is called as residual risk. Same concept now you can implement in our security field. Even though we implemented application side, network side, asset side, server side, database side, cloud side, mobile side, OT or IoT, and so on. But still, risk will be existing. That risk is called as residual risk. Okay, 100% risk cannot be eliminated. Risk can be minimized, but risk cannot be eliminated 100%. That is called residual risk. It's one of the popular interview question. That much information is there. Just only two words. What is residual risk meaning here? It's one of the CISSP, CRISC, CASM certification interview question or exam question. Cost. So how much price is involved when the risk is arrived? So what is the business impact? What is the risk related issues are existing related to or business related to confidentiality, integrity, availability, related to people, process, technology. Along with that one, what the financial impact, reputation of the company we are going to damage if we don't implement. So our encryption, key management system, and also cryptography. That is what this much information is there, part of 6.1 control. Next control 7.1, part of CEK. Is a cryptography, encryption, and key management system, and also risk program is established, maintained, includes risk assessment, risk treatment, risk context, monitoring, and feedback to provisions. Meaning you should be aware of NAST, Risk Management Framework, or ISO 27005. That is called 800-37. It is a part of NAST. If it is ISO side, we can say ISO 27005. So ISACA also we discussed. So according to that one, so I already provided if it is NAST framework 7 steps process. If it is ISAC is ISO 27005, part of the 800-37, we do have fair analysis, where analysis, combination of both, risk identification, risk and assessment. Along with that one, once again, quantitative, qualitative, hybrid risk assessment. After that, we can go and we can do the risk treatment plan, risk implementation plan. Later, we have to monitor the risk. Then finally, we have to inform to other stakeholders also as a feedback or awareness or training. So nothing but if you should aware of NAST 800-35 or 37 or so ISO 27005, what are we discussed under the risk management framework under information security, our second topic. Then only you can provide this answer whether risk management plan is implemented. In case any risk is existing, how you are monitoring. Do you have any tools are available? Are using any tool? Are using an Excel sheet? Or what is status of the risk? Whether it is transferred or accepted, and whether it is fixed or not, whether it is evaded or whether it is eliminated. According to that one, we can go and we can implement that RMF, risk management framework. Yes or no, or fully complement or partially complement, not implemented at all. Whether risk is belongs to cloud service provider or customer, who has to take, or business owner, who is the ownership. Okay, next one. Or CSP providing cloud security controls with the cloud security customer with the capacity to manage their own data encryption keys. Whether cloud service provider will manage the keys by contacting the our cloud service customer. So meaning here it's like a hybrid. Okay, what they will do here, Amazon and also IAM belongs to State Bank of India or Bank of America or Morgan Stanley or HDFC Bank. Now cloud service provider Amazon can coordinate with me as a part of the State Bank of India or Bank of America or maybe Morgan Stanley or HDFC Bank, stating that can we sit together, can we go and can we maintain these keys, or do you want your customized own key vault, any other third party? Can you manage yourself or can you manage by us? That is what this control. As the cloud service provider will take care of the all these keys storing, retaining, and also so password storing and retaining and also certificates management and renewal part and everything should be taken care under this one. Whether customer will take care or cloud service provider will take care. That is the question here. Next one, 9.1. Are encryption and key management systems, policies, process audited with frequency proportional to system risk exposure and after any security event. Even though when a security event meaning security incident is triggered, even though you implemented all these controls, what is frequency of the likelihood of the our attack? If the attack is trying to compromise something, risk event is occurred, security event is occurred, incident is occurred, alert is occurred. What is the system exposure? Whether data exploitation will happen, data breach will happen, sensitive data exposure will happen, PI data will happen, PHA data will expose, or any other GDPR compliances will expose, keys will expose. Because of that one, what is the our confidential data is going to impact, privacy of the data is going to impact, critical or non-critical. Because of that one, what is our reputation damage of the company with the financial perspective, whether we're going to lose $1 million, $2 million, or $100 million. That is called next control. Next one are encryption and key management systems, policies, processes audited, preferably continuously, but at least annually. At least all this KMS, Key Vault, we are auditing yearly once or not? Yes or no? Last, maybe a second, the next one, part of the cryptography, encryption, and also key management system side. Our cryptography key generators are using industry accepted and approved cryptography libraries and algorithms, strength and random number generation specification are using any standard as is mentioned previously also. PIPS 140-2 or PIPS 140-3 or any other standard you are following or not, or otherwise randomly whatever it is coming based on the, so our default one, whether you are using default one or customized one, or will you following any framework or not? Yes or no? So obviously will follow framework. Next one, are private keys provision for a unique purpose managed and is cryptography secret? All these private keys, what are developers, they are developing the code. Tester, they are executing the code using test cases. A DevOps team, they are doing the development for operational side. API keys and secrets and passwords, they should not see that keys. Those keys are present and unique purpose they are using. Those keys are managed and also those cryptographies are secret or not. Even security, cyber security SOC operations also. Whenever any security incident is triggered, maybe you are providing username and password without any masking. Example, password is obviously we can see the hash value. If you are seeing plain text password, security operations team also they are aware of the what is the password they are using for endpoint or network application, cloud, and so on. Those things should be taken care or not. That is the one. Next one. Are cryptographic keys rotated based on crypto period calculated while considering information disclosure risks and legal and regulatory requirements based on whatever business you are doing, whether it is a telecom sector, banking sector, public sector, government sector, army, navy, department of defense, and so on. Whatever regulatory legal complaints you are following based on Ministry of Defense or Department of Defense, say government based Navy, Army, and also police departments where Ministry of Defense is required. This is called Department of Defense. Maybe retail, maybe telecom, maybe banking sector, maybe healthcare industry, and so on. According to these legal and regulatory policies and procedures requirement, you are matching or not, you're considering that one or not. For example, maybe I'm part of the US Navy or US Army, or maybe part of India Ministry of Defense, India Ministry of Information, Ministry of Education. In that scenario, what complaints are proposed? in the US government or Indian government, according to that one, legally that should be acceptable. Those policies I'm considering in keep in mind or not. Along with that one, those keys are rotated. What a time period we defined, what is the retention policy of the keys exchange, key rotation, whether it's for 90 days or 180 days, 270 days or annual. By default, Microsoft is saying 90 days, but it depends that one whether implemented or not. According to what a business you are doing, this business whatever we are doing, it's called strategic planning. If I implement retail based company tomorrow, so competitor to Tesco Stores Limited or Walmart or maybe Mark and Spencer or maybe Flipkart or Amazon Retail, maybe to Ramakrishna Retail, tomorrow it will come. So maybe in that scenario, what is my, so keys should be implemented, whether I can change for annually or yearly or quarterly or half yearly or 270 days, 3 by 4th quarter. I can go and I can define. That's what I'm saying. It depends. Next one. Are cryptographic keys revoked? Can we go and can we used already created and it is stored in our key vault or KMS or public infrastructure or removed before the end of the established crypto period? That is called soft delete and also purging. If it is Azure, if it is Amazon, also we can call it soft delete or purging. That is nothing but what I'm trying to say here. Based on these compliances frameworks only, respect to cloud service providers, they developed their own cloud service native services. Do you think that Amazon they developed their own principles? Azure they developed their own principles, or Google they developed their own principles? They took the baseline of the Cloud Security Alliance. Tomorrow I can show that one. Okay, this is the baseline. This is the baseline. They copy it and they used for their Azure or GCP or Oracle or IBM or Alibaba or Amazon. Okay, this is for how many days can we revoke the existing certificate, or can we remove as a part of soft delete or hard delete or purging we can do. So that is part of this compliances side. Our processes, procedures, technical measures to destroy unneeded keys, defined, implemented, and evaluated to address key destruction, outside secure environments. Additionally, revocation of keys stored in hardware security module called HSM included applicable, so legal and regulatory requirement provisions. Whether you are storing all these keywords or keys in the whatever procedures and policies you're using, part of what business you are doing, whether you are using the native service of the cloud or whether using any other third party like HSM, there is like a central management tool. It can go and we can do storing of all those. That will fall under this one. Hardware security module, don't think like it's a hardware device like a server or database. It's one of the virtual machine. Our processes, procedures, technical measures to create keys in pre-activated state. That example, when they have been generated but not authorized for use. So close, being defined, implemented, and evaluated include legal and regulatory requirement provisions. Water application deployment or service deployment or VPN deployments or SLTLS mutual authentication based on the symmetric and asymmetric cryptography technologies we are using. So those policies and procedures, technical measures to create the keys or activated state, or maybe you are generated but you should not use it, or whether you generated you can use it, whether you generated but you don't want it. So those things can be defined, implemented, or evaluated. So that is part of the based on legal complaints. Next one, our process, procedures, technical measures to monitor, review, approve key transitions. Example, from any state to from suspension state is it possible or not, and also being defined, implemented, evaluated, include legal and regulatory requirement provisions. Based on the legal regulations, rules, and policies, whether statutory body or whether state level or central level, whatever we are using, those process and procedures and technical measures, whether you are monitoring or not. So, whatever HSM you are using, key vault you are using, KMS you are using, that does not mean that is sufficient. You should monitor, you should review, you should approve, you should revoke, you should retain, you should delete. Those things should be implemented or not legally. Next one are process, procedures, technical measures, and to discover keys at the time of their expiration dates, being defined, implemented, evaluated to include legal and regulatory requirements. In case the SLTLS certificates going to expire on April 1st. So do you have the sufficient process, procedure, how we can renew it? Can we go and can we start on March 15th itself, because renewal date is coming as a April 1st, 2025? Do you have that procedure document? Technical measure you implemented on it? How you are monitoring, how you are implemented, how the expiration date you'll come to know. All those things will fall under the 17.1, 18.1. Are process, procedures, technical measures to manage archived keys, to secure repository, requiring least privilege access, being defined, implemented. So whenever you want to recover the keys, you should not be like always administrator. Maybe possible you can go and you can retrieve these keys as a retain or as a archived keys. As I said previously also, like a application development team or product development team or mobile development team who are generating these keys. So we should not give always the administrative level of the access. Those implementations are implemented as much as possible. Always you can implement least privilege part of the privilege access management. Those procedures, policies, technical mess you are considered and documented or not, legally should be accepted or not, authorized or reviewed or not, implemented or not, informed to respective application development team, product development, mobile development, DevOps team, and TechOps team, and so on. Next one. Our process, procedures, technical measures, or use compromised keys. Something got compromised by attacker using SLTLS mutual authentication is not happening properly, because even though using SLTLS mutual authentication is symmetric and asymmetric cryptography, but unfortunately attacker has took the session hijacking, maybe VPN authentication failure, or Bastion, or maybe through RDP access and so on. He compromised our credential keys. Now, do we have any data backup is there or not? So in that scenarios, how the encrypted information should be leaked out? So are you maintaining regular backups or not? Only in controlled circumstances, and thereafter only for data decryption, never encryption, defined, implemented. So whether attacker can do decrypting of the data even though he knows about how to compromise the system. Can the decryption is possible or not? Can he see what to encrypt data using the decryption? He can see the data or not? That policies, something got compromised by the attacker using through SLTS mutual authentication through accessing websites or web security or mobile security or product security or VPN access or RDP access. Something got compromised. How can you make sure that compromised keys encryption, whether attacker is possible to decrypt that key or not? Do you have that process, procedure, technical measures are implemented? That is the next one. Next one, our process, procedures, technical measures, assess operational continuity risk. Something got compromised. What is the business impact? Business outage, interruption, losing of the keys, data, data exploitation, data breach, exposing of data to the public. So those things are implemented or not? It will happen most of the case GitHub whenever you are using. Exposing of all the access keys and secret keys, these developers. Okay, next one. Are key management system process procedures and technical measures being defined, implemented, evaluated to track and report cryptographic materials and status changes that include legal and regulatory. Whatever technical measures we are implemented to management system, part of the HSM or central management system or key vault or KMS, to track and to keep and to report something got compromised or not compromised. Do you have that sufficient change implemented process is there or not? For example, something has got compromised. Attacker has done the session hijacking. He has done the decryption of the keys. He has seen the plain text data, clear text data. If you want to rectify that one, we have the backup. We have done the change implementation or not. What you have done the root cause analysis document and so on. Everything is implemented. The procedural documents and process and also technical measures. What you have taken care. You should ask all these things to so and so other team members. That's it. Total, there are so many 21 controls are there under dedicated to key management system. Only I discussed about one. In the entire class, I discussed at only one control. What is that control? It's a part of the cryptography encryption key management system. In such a way, we have to do the evaluation, validation, understand the technical procedures, legal, so statutory, symmetric. This is part of only one control. You should be aware of the entire other stakeholders, what they are trying to do it. Other people, what they are doing the business. What HR team is trying to do. What database team is trying to do. What is application development team is trying to do it. What BCP and DR team is trying to do it. What is SDL's lifecycle people, they are trying to do it, their business. If you don't know about other people, they are trying to do that, then how can you ask the questions? How can you ask the evaluation? How can you ask the tracking? How can you put the report? That's why always security team is horizontal. We are not vertical. All the stakeholders, legal team, HR team, finance team, Windows team, Linux team, application development, product development, mobile development, network and telecommunication, and so on. All those people are belongs to the vertical. Then we are horizontal. That's why you should be aware of the business objective, business goals, what other teams are doing. Then only you can survive in the security domain, especially in the auditing side, not only in the auditing. So that is called strategic planning. What is business objective, business goal? So how we can provide profits to the organization? We should not think about not only just thinking about one security incident triggered. How can you take care of the incident investigation, forensic analysis? You should think about overall organization. How can you contribute you are building one of the house. Why are implementing security CCTV cameras? Why are implementing dog? Why are implementing security guard? Why are implementing lock in front of the gate? Why are keeping your wall in front of your house? You are taking security measures or not for constructing of your house? These many measures you are taking care for constructing of the house, because something you are going to damage by the external thief or robber and so on. These ways, think like you are a manager, think like you are CEO of the company. Then only you should aware of the what is security. It's not about always. So security means only ED or DLP, encryption, file integrity monitoring, SIM tool, and so on. Think about business perspective. Think about other people, what exactly we are doing. Then only you should think about overall business way, and we can provide organization perspective, everything about. So how can we provide governance by providing the business objective goal should be always aligned with information security. Otherwise, ఎక్కడ వేసిన గొంగలి అక్కడే. One malware attack will come, I can do investigation. One DLP will come, I will do investigation. One sentinel tool, one alert will come, I will do investigation. One firewall, one alert will come, it will do investigation. It's not like that. Think like you are CEO of the company. If I will recruit for any company, I will not think about only security perspective. I think that company belongs to me. So then I'm security person. How I am preventing attacks from the thief and robber to prevent my attacks to my house. Same way, I have to think about how to prevent, detect, monitor, alert should be taken care my organization also from the external attackers. That is called CASM, Security Information Security Management. Think like a manager, think like a CEO, and so on. That's all for today, guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.